Here's the second prototype for our 3D runner game, and based on the feedback received for the first prototype, we have added some new features. So let me give you a holistic overview of how the game works now with the added features. So one of the features, as you can already see, is the background with the skies and the clouds. We decided to go for this background because it goes well with the falling animation when the player falls off a platform. Also, it gives a visual appeal and makes it more visually appealing. So as you know, the objective of the game is to make the player run as long as possible, and the score that you see on the top right corner keeps updating by 1 in every 0.5 seconds. Throughout the course of the game, the player comes across several obstacles which he has to overcome using the gestures that we have implemented. So we have 6 gestures in the game, which I will be showing you in a while. All those gestures were decided upon by an informal survey that we conducted amongst our friends and classmates. So the gestures are: we swipe up to make the player jump, we swipe down to make the player slide down, and we swipe right to make the player take a right turn, and we swipe left to make the player take a left turn. We also have a couple of accelerometer based gestures. So if you tilt the phone to the left, the player sways to the left, and if you tilt the phone to the right, the player sways right. So I'll talk about why the accelerometer gestures based gestures were implemented in a while. Let me show you the gestures one by one. So as you can see, to overcome the particular obstacle that we see now, we have to swipe up and jump in order to overcome it. So I swipe up and jump, and now I'm safe. I slide down for this, and now I swipe right to take a right turn. So there's an empty platform here, and I jump in order to overcome that. Now I will swipe left, and I took a left turn successfully this time, and I jumped again, and now I take a left turn. Okay, now let me talk about the game over panel. So as you can see, the game over panel has a couple of contents. One is the high score, which is shown as 140 at the moment. My current score in this particular run was 45, and here I see the high score is 140 because I've played the game before and I scored 140. Now this was added to create a sense of motivation in the player, so that he plays again and tries to beat that score. We also see a restart button, which was a major feedback for the first prototype. So if you tap on the restart button, the game starts again. Now let me talk about the accelerometer based gestures that we have implemented. So the reason why we implemented the accelerometer based gestures was to make use of the gems that you can see on the path, the yellow gems, right? So the gems are spawned randomly. They're not in the middle of the path. So some gems are to the left and some gems are to the right. So you use the accelerometer based gestures to sway left and right in order to collect those diamonds. And now if you happen to collect those diamonds, you get a boost in your score by 10. So that makes the game more engaging. And some of the diamonds are also on top, as you can see. So you have to use the swipe up and jump gesture in order to get those diamonds. So now that adds an element of risk, and there's a trade-off between getting those additional 10 points and or staying on the game, because in order to get those diamonds, you might in fact land up or collide with an obstacle. So that makes it more challenging. So we also have a sound on collecting the diamonds. So that gives the feedback to the user that the diamond has indeed been collected. Otherwise, the user may not know if the diamond was in fact collected or he missed the diamond. So I sway left and collect this diamond. I sway right to get back on to the center. Let me show you the accelerometer based gestures once again. So I'll be tilting the phone left in order to collect this diamond on the left, and I'll tilt the right to collect this diamond on the right, and I'm back in the center now. So that's the accelerometer based gesture, and as I said, once you collect the diamond, you get a sound, so the user gets a feedback that he has actually collected the diamond and not missed it. So that's it. Thank you.